So my son has been being tormented lately. He's only 5, and he said some things that um, are freaking me out. He's been saying things like, when we were at the lake house, he saw these purple fireballs coming from the sky, and he said that he knew in his spirit that they were demons and they were tempting him to come out into the water without his life jacket, where he couldn't touch, past the dock. And he said, "But don't worry, Mom, I rejected them." And then when he was doing flag football today, he was telling his dad that Satan was trying to tell him that the car door is more important than God. And these are just weird things. He also has told me some other weird things that he's seen. And I understand kids have imaginations, but all of a sudden this is happening. And that kind of, I was that age when I started feeling tormented, like being afraid of, say, the dark, which is actually not necessarily developmentally appropriate for it to begin at 5 years old. To still have it from when it developed earlier in life is pretty common, but as far as I know, for it to begin at the age of 5.5 or so is not super common. And it's because I would see things or sense things, or, and the other day I thought I saw something in the mirror in my kid's bathroom, and I looked and it wasn't what I thought it was. But then my son Daniel, an hour or two later, I didn't tell anybody that I saw that, but chalk it up to sleep deprivation with a newborn. But a couple hours later, then my son told me that he saw that in the mirror and more. And so I just, I'm not sure what to do with this. For me, it caused me to turn away from God eventually, because I was tormented for a long time. And once I turned away from God, all that tormenting stopped, because the enemy had won. But God reclaimed me back when I was 27, and I'm really grateful for that. But I don't know what my son's story is going to be. But just all the prayers, give me all the prayers and personal experiences, any advice out there. I'm not in control of the situation, and there are evil people out there. I know people do witchcraft, and my kids are really outspoken about being Christians, and so then when we come into contact with strangers, some of those strangers could be, doing some kind of witchcraft on my kids. And actually my husband says that he's encountered that with the kids, like at the park. He's had some strange encounters. I've had strange encounters with people as well, where I thought that was bizarre. And then I pray over my kids after that. And so I prayed over him a bit, but I need to do more. And I know that I haven't prayed enough. It hasn't been comprehensive yet. And so anyway, that's what we're going through right now. So yeah.